Well, good morning from Vancouver International Airport. Today I'm going to be flying on the new Air Canada 737 Maxes from Vancouver to Calgary in business class. So with all Canadian airports, I always recommend to have an access card. The entire lineup was basically wrapped around through a queue, and I ended up being like second one through and skipped that entire line by having a Nexus card, because most of the Canadian airports do offer a priority line for Nexus separate from business class, similar to pre-check in the United States. So the Maple Leaf Lounge had just opened that morning as I was coming through, so I decided to check it out. Didn't really have much time since my flight was going to be boarding really quickly, so I just grabbed an orange juice, hung around for a little bit before heading over to the gate. Bye. Alright, so flight's just starting to board. Gonna head over and fly over to Calgary. So overall, for a 737 business class seat within the North American market, as well as within Canada, when you're comparing between WestJet and Air Canada does go a little bit step above with their 737 MAX business class seats. You do get a little bit of a storage pouch there that does allow for, say, like a full-size Dasani water bottle. It does also offer the leg rest as well as the leg support. So that's one thing that WestJet is lacking within their premium economy class within their 737s compared to Air Canada here. So you do get the footrest like is shown right now, as well as you do get this little bit of a leg rest where you just push it and it comes out from underneath and kind of raises up just a little bit. It's a nice little added touch, as well as your average recline that you do get within the seat itself. So moving over into the center console, you do get your headphone jack, your USB, as well as your universal outlet adapter, and big enough space again for that water bottle, leading over to your large IFE screen. And we're almost ready for takeoff here, so I'm just going to let that play out. So the one thing that I will note between the 737 next gens and the Maxes is they are a lot quieter of a ride, even up front, in comparison to the next gen. Now within Air Canada's IFE screen, it does offer you the ability to see exactly which direction the plane is facing. We also had a nice little breakfast. It was a hot served omelet with some sour cream salsa, a breakfast sausage, some potatoes, and a croissant, as well as a little bit of fruit and yogurt. So got through that really quick. It was only a short hour and 20-minute flight over to Vancouver, so I was actually very happy to be able to be offered some form of a food option even on such a short flight. So one of the nice things about this flight was just the sunrise over these snow-capped mountains. Now usually when I fly out of Edmonton and going to Vancouver, you're already at an elevation where you're not really going to be as close to the mountains as you are when you're flying into Calgary, as an example, because you do get that little bit of a descent started, so you get a little bit closer to them, not as you would out of Edmonton as an example, but it created for that extra treat, as I am a big fan of the mountains itself. So with a quick tour of the standard forward lav on the 737 here, you do get that nice added touch from Air Canada with their maple leaf wallpaper, which I do also enjoy the fact that they do that. And before you knew it, it was a quick landing into Calgary, Alberta. Now, would I recommend this product? Absolutely, I would, especially if you are using the Aeroplan points and if you can get it for just that little extra surcharge compared to an economy class, if you do have the points to spend on it. Otherwise, it is a very great product, and it was well detailed out by Air Canada when they were planning it for their 737 Maxes. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked it, check out my other flight reviews on my channel. As well, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button. It really helps me on bringing helpful and informative travel related information to you. And I'll see you all in the next one.